welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. So, last time we started using Dive, I guess. We used it to find a very rare Pokemon in the seaweed called Relicanth. And we also did Trick Master House of the... because, yeah, he had a new task for us now that, we beat, Moss-Teacher. But anyway, this time we're gonna be exploring the 7 Seas, and yeah, as you expect, it's gonna be more of the same. Except when you get to Route 128, because there'll be some new Pokemon to talk about. But for the time being, same old, same old. So, let's go down here. Did we fight these? Yeah, we did. So, I wanna go to Route 126 first. And why not? Let's get the topics going. Hey, let's see what they gotta say first. If Seal gets up your nose, doesn't it feel terrible? I have no idea how that feels like, I don't wanna know. I couldn't even swim last year, but now I'm a decent swimmer. I think I can believe everything now. So anyway, let's actually get started. So, I think today what I'll do is I'll do the more strange topics, I guess you could say. So first off, this one seems kind of random, but why not? Let's do it. So, I was told to talk about Vishnu Flynn is a Navubino. So, what am I talking about? So basically, in SMT4 Apocalypse, near like the end of the game, you have to fight, basically, one of the people you chase throughout the game is Krishna. And then Krishna's final act is that he fuses with Flynn to become Vishnu Flynn and you fight him. So yeah, what's interesting about that game is that Vishnu is nowhere to be seen. Ak, why you glub? Except for that fight. Sheesh, getting greedy didn't do a thing for me. I probably won't be reading any more trainer dialogue because I'm going to focus on topics. So anyway. So... yeah, back to it. So yeah, you can't actually recruit Vishnu at all in SMT4 Apocalypse, even though you could in SMT4, and that's mainly because you fight Vishnu Flynn. But anyway, so yeah, him being not beta actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because yeah, if you've seen SMT5, then yeah, you know that a Nahabino is a fusion between a demon and a person. And then they become basically their true form. And yeah, you could say that's what's kind of going on with Vishnu Flynn. It could be kind of a stretch, but yeah, I can definitely see it. Because yeah, it does seem like kind of a complete form. It does seem like kind of a fusion between Vishnu and Flynn, as the name suggests. So yeah, it could be a Nahabino. It's probably, like I said, kind of an out there theory, but like I said, kind of interesting. It's interesting too that he takes a lot of aspects from Vishnu's design, like the flower, for example. That's the main one that I remember. So yeah, like I said, nothing much else to say about that. Like I said, that's a very strange topic, but yeah. Like I said, I don't mind talking about random things in my videos, so yeah. Hey, that person was talking about Sutopolis, which actually we can access because we have Dive. I'll do that later, I think. But anyway, our Pokemon is going to be very useful here, because then I can actually see the map. Apparently this is Route 126, kind of random, but anyway. I thought this is 127. But anyway. Because yeah, I guess that's another thing too, the Nahabinos in SMT5, they didn't really, like, take after... I guess they kind of did. They didn't really take after the design of, like, the demon they're based on. That's what it doesn't feel like to me. Like, for example, the Law Nahabino, I guess you could say. That one definitely looked a little bit random in my opinion. I think the neutral Nahabino looks like... and yeah, when I'm saying that, it's the Nahabino that... I guess you don't actually see it if you side with like Chaos or Neutral, but yeah, it's the one that's associated with that alignment. Because yeah, I can see the Neutral one like making sense. And then, so is the Chaos one, to be honest. because of the size. Like I said, the lower one kind of looks a little bit random to me, but I feel like there might be some meaning behind it. But yeah, here's... okay, we're still on Route 126. I believe over there was a Route 128. And that has a new Pokemon to talk about. 2 actually. I guess I could double check. But I won't be talking about this Pokemon just yet. Not until I actually fully explore Route 128. And actually that's 127. So let's keep looking at Route 126. Here's a trainer. Ooh, I'm a mermaid. Are you now? Anyway. So yeah, like I said, that was a kind of random topic. Let's go on to another kind of random topic. Missing type specialists and regions. So, most regions, they do miss some types, and the reason for that is that normally there's an elite, or 8 gyms, an elite 4, and a champion. The champion generally doesn't use a single type of Pokemon. They like to specialize, especially like in later generations. So, you're gonna end up missing some types. But here's the weird thing. In some games, they decide to make specialist trainers of types that don't make any sense. Which I think is what they want me to talk about anyway. My fancy burst as if it were a bubble, blah blah blah. I don't know why I read that, but anyway. I guess I was interested in that person not being a mermaid, but anyway. So, back to what we're talking about. So, like, for example, in this game, there's gonna be an Ice-type Elite Four, and what's weird about that is that there's only 2 families of Ice-type Pokemon that they can use. Technically, there's another Ice-type Pokemon, but that's a legendary Pokemon, so yeah, they wouldn't be allowed to use that. So... and yeah, then they miss out like a type on Ground, for example. Because yeah, Ground definitely has a lot of options to get to a Specialist Trainer in this region. Swimming is a full body workout. You will get fit. So... hey, why did I read that guy again? I guess I can't help myself. Hey, that's what I was talking about. So yeah, Ground definitely has some options. I guess the reason why they didn't go with it is because a lot of those Ground types are used in other people's teams. Like Claydol, for example, Listcash, for example. But they could have still... and Flygon, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, they could have done something with like Sand Slash maybe. Camera Touch, another example. I think that as well. So yeah, I feel like that most of the Ground types kind of got stolen by other people. So maybe that's why there's no Ground type such in this game. Another weird thing about this kind of topic is Gen 4. So... let's see. Yeah, let's put Gabriel in the back. So... this is really well known, but... Flint is a Fire-type Elite Four member in that game. And let's just say, yeah, his Diamond Pearl team was definitely very random. But yeah, it made sense to have some Platinum. He uses a Gen 4, a new Gen 4 Fire-type. Technically it's an evolution of an old Pokemon, but it still counts. I'm throwing my whole heart into this. Okay. But yeah, he uses Magmora as his ace, which is really cool. But anyway, what did they do in Diamond Pearl? Because one thing about Diamond Pearl that a lot of people like to meme about is that it has only 2 families of fire types. The Ponytail line and the Chimchar line. So what they decided to do is give us some really random team that also has a Lopunny, a Steelix, and a Drifblim. And yeah, like I said, it's not a well-liked team because yeah, the only thing that's really Fire-type about is that he uses a lot of Fire-type moves on this Pokemon, as well as I believe so do. So like I said, it begs the question, why did they decide, for Diamond Pearl at least, he had more heart, why did they decide that they were going to use a Fire-type Elite Four member? Hey there Haruka, it's me Trent, how's your battling? Me, I had a battle the other day and my Geodude came up huge. Next time battle you Haruka won't be me losing. I guess they really were planning for Platinum when you think about it, but anyway. Maybe that is like, because yeah, I guess they wanted to use Backwater, maybe, but then they're like, nah, we can't add that Pokemon just yet, so we're gonna wait for Platinum. It's so weird. Diamond Pearl feels like a very unfinished game when you think about it like that, but anyway. Because yeah, they really should have added all the new Pokemon, like allowing you to get the older Pokemon in the actual game. Because yeah, you can still get Magmar in Dynapole when it came out because of the Power Park. You could trade it in from Leaf Green. I believe it's called the Power Park. But you can trade from Leaf Green and then you can get it, but that's also post game. Whoops, too strong. Not bad at all. Yep, you're not bad at all. I like to get you no more. And we got a Triathlete in our phone number. That dice spot definitely probably leads to 9. I said that really strangely, but anyway. So yeah, it does beg the question, like, yeah, Dynapole was definitely a very strange game. Like, I still probably could play it, but I'd rather play Platinum. Platinum just improves so much. That, yeah, it's really hard to go back to Dynapole. Which is why when I started playing Platinum myself, because I used to play Diamond a fair bit, because my brother was playing Platinum a good amount, so yeah. That meant that I believe I actually explored that route, except for underwater. And yeah, as you expect, if you go underwater, that's gonna give us a route to Stubbless, which I'll show off later, but anyway. Back to Mossdeep. And let's go down. Because yeah, Route 127 should be south of here. And I was right, so let's keep going. So yeah, what else can I add to that? Like yeah, Kanto, it makes sense that it's missing some types because some of those types weren't even introduced yet. Here's a Zinc. And Repel running off. But anyway. Like for example, of course, it's not gonna have a Steel or a Dark type specialist, those types weren't introduced yet. But again, it does have some weird moments. I'll get Lance, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Agatha just feels like another Poison type specialist. But Poke have excellent vision, they spot prey from great heights. We should have a slow follow the match. Again, I'm reading stuff that I probably shouldn't, but anyway. So that's what I'm talking about. So Agatha just feels like another Poison type trainer, and we already had a Poison type specialist, so she felt a little bit redundant. Although she does use quite different Pokemon, so I guess there's that. Oh, that's bad. Well, we take it, that's good. So anyway, what are we talking about again? Alright, so yeah, Agatha. So yeah, like I said, she seems a bit redundant because in the same generation we have a Poison type specialist, and her team just feels like a Poison type team. Lance, I'll give you that, because the thing about Lance is it's supposed to be like, give off this air of a final boss, so it uses a Pokemon that you're, and a type that you're not familiar with to really test you. Which is actually really cool when you think about it like that. But yeah, again, it's a bit strange that he's using a type that only has one family of it in the generation. So yeah. Gen 2 was a bit better, but there were like some weird things. Anyway, towards this way one. They did, one thing that Gen 2 did do was they did try to add more specialist trainers, and the reason for that is because the games are Kanto, so they couldn't just reuse specialist trainers from the gym leaders. They could reuse them for Elite Four members because they decided to change the Elite Four a little bit. But yeah, then again, the one Elite Four member, one of the Kanto gym leaders, does share a type that they use. So again, a bit redundant, but there's a good reason for that. If you remember what it is. But anyway, let's use a Soda Pop. Let's use a Paralyze Heal. And there we go. I save a space in the inventory by doing that as well. So let's put Magneto in the back now. So anyway, so back to what I was talking about. So, like yeah, but they still could have like done some things. Like for example, Morty, he doesn't even use Mischievous, which he really should when you think about it. That's, I guess, one problem with Johto's gym leaders. They don't use enough of the new Pokemon in some aspects. And yeah, actually, I also thought of another special set use the same type. One Elite Four member, one Johto trainer as well. So yeah, they really could have used more types, I guess. But I guess they were running out because, like I said, there's the Kanto gym leaders, and none of the Johto gym leaders, I believe, share a type with any of the Kanto ones, I do believe. Anyway, we found the fishing area, looks like. So yeah, maybe that's why they overlapped a little bit. Because yeah, I guess that's another thing too with Johto. Technically, Viridian is supposed to be a ground type gym, but really it's not. Because yeah, the new gym leader, he uses more of a mixed type team, so yeah. You're missing the ground type specialist trainer now because, well, for good reason again. This game, it does have like one overlap, the last gym leader and one of the, I guess one of the Elite Four, I guess you could say. I mean, everyone knows the champion is at this point, but I want to try and keep it a little bit hidden. But anyway, they share a type. What other types would be strange that they're missing? I guess Bug, but then again, there's like no good Bug types in this game, to be honest. I guess Heracross, but in terms of new Pokemon, I guess Ninjask would be good, because Ninjask isn't that bad, but everything else is kind of underwhelming. Like, the person's probably going to be using Beautifly and Dustox probably, if they want to try and use the new Pokemon. I guess they don't need to use the new Pokemon, but they really should, because I feel like that's the thing about specialist trainers. I feel like they should be using new Pokemon to show them off. That's why they mostly make the Ace a new Pokemon. But anyway, this has definitely gone to some weird tangent, hasn't it? But anyway, yeah, I already kind of talked about Gen 4. Gen 4 actually added a ground type Elite Four, which is pretty cool, I will admit. I don't think there was any like weird exclusions. I guess maybe Dark, but then again, the evil team of that game might as well be like the Dark type specialist trainers. So I guess that makes up for it, because yeah, they use a lot of Dark types. What else about Gen 4? Nothing really comes to mind really. Again, I don't think it has poison, but again, the evil team makes up for that, so... I do have a Bug type Elite Four too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it was pretty diverse. Now that I think about it, Gen 4 definitely didn't do a too bad job. It's just that, yeah, some of the underused types in Dialpol really hurt the gym leaders. Like, yeah, I already talked about Flip, but Candice also gets kind of short on the stick as well. She gets much better than Platinum. So yeah, stuff like that. Gen 5 I think was pretty good about it, because yeah, Black and White 1 needed to use all the new Pokemon. Let's use... you know what, let's use... nah, that's dangerous, let's use Gaper. But yeah, I think they did a pretty good job of showcasing all the new Pokemon. The evil team still is like Dark focused, but there's also Dark White type Elite Four. The first gym is kind of random. Like, it's definitely not like normal. Because yeah, its type is dependent on what your starter is. It's a cool idea, but yeah, it does mean that the team they use isn't really reflective of that type. Because they want to make the gym not too hard because it's the first one, so they give the... so make the first Pokemon the same, so that your starter is still be good against it. Then the last Pokemon, yeah, that's how your starter's gonna struggle. Because yeah, they use the type that's good against your starter to try and challenge you, which is pretty cool. But yeah, from what I remember, Black and White was pretty good at using the types, and and show off the new Pokemon. I could definitely be very wrong though, because yeah, it hasn't been too long since I played Black and White 1. Black and White 2, it's been a little bit. I'm kinda sad about that because yeah, Black and White 2 is probably my favorite game in the series. And yeah, I can't wait to talk more about that in the future. But anyway. Then later generations, I feel like it's very hard for later generations because they have so many Pokemon that they can utilize in their team. So they're bound to probably like miss some like cool Pokemon that they could use. And maybe some type switches. I believe Gen 7 was pretty good about that though. Like, I think most of the types are covered for in that game. Can't remember Gen 6 that well, to be honest, but I think Gen 6 definitely had a good variety as well. Even had the new Fairy type gym leader. It's not like Dark type, but Dark type took forever to get a Dark type gym. So yeah. But yeah, now this does get me thinking what gyms we'll see in the Gen 9 games. It should be interesting. Will that game even have gyms? Because they don't necessarily need to have them. Gen 7 showed that. So, yeah. If they do introduce a new type, which some people say might happen, I don't know how I feel about that because yeah, Fairy type seemed pretty powerful when it was first introduced, but over time I think it mellowed out a little bit because yeah, it did make Poison and Steel better, which I appreciate because I like Poison types actually. Steel types are always really cool to me. Because yeah, there's a lot of Steel type Pokemon I liked, like Magneton for example, so Metagross as well. So it's good to see they got like that buff. So yeah, like I said, this is a very strange topic. I'll probably talk about more about it in the comments, but yeah, I try my best. I talk about topics that surround it, I guess. That's kind of what I did, but yeah. If you want me to go into more of, like, I'll probably talk more about it in the comments, like I said, but yeah. That's how painful. This is what I do if people beat me up, we can do this again. And we got the black belt, awesome. Let's keep looking around. So like I said, that was a weird tangent. Like I said, 2 weird tangents today. But yeah, I'm saving the other ones for when possibly we're gonna have some really long routes. And potentially other things too, because yeah, I can also save these topics for legendary Pokemon battles as well. The only rival who... Oh, I didn't read that. Quickly enough, but here's another Tri-Fleet. They use Staryu, which makes you happy, but anyway, this one doesn't though, so... Anyway, I believe we're creeping up to Route 128, which means I can start talking about the new Pokemon though, which is cool. What else do you have? There's a Staryu. Let's take it out. And there we go. Alright, I hate losing. I realized too that like, all the favorite Pokemon that I know of, they're all like second type. Like we had Spoink, we have Gallade, we have Starmie. I probably really like second types around here. Anyway. So yeah, I believe we're creeping up a Route 128 now. I'm also checking the sides, and yeah, there it is. So, I think to end this episode, we're going to be talking about the new Pokemon. Anyway, so how do you get them? So, we were working so hard to mount a Pokemon League challenge. We can't afford to lose now. But anyway, we need the Super Rod. One of the Pokemon needs a good rod or a Super Rod, the other one needs a Super Rod. The first one who needs the good or Super Rod is... Luvdisc. Okay, let's... So yeah, Luvdisc has it hard enough, but there is one positive though, and it's basically the only good thing about Luvdisc. It can hold heart skills, so it's a good supply of those basically. It's not too rare with the fishing rod, the Super Rod, so yeah, you could farm heart skills off it. It's not as good as the later games, But yeah, it's a 50% chance, and you can raise that with the compound ice ability, and then steal it. And you can get heart skills pretty reliably though. That's basically the only good thing about Luvdisc, and probably the only reason why it was made to exist in the first place. Oh boy. Yeah, try love mean look. Cool move, but I don't need it at the moment. Oh, how could this happen? So Luvdisc is probably the most bland, generic war-type Pokemon in the entire world. Alright, let's see his legs turn. At the back, alright. And I don't want to fight. Okay, let's keep going. So, first off, let's go with the stats. Horrible. 43 HP, 30 attack, 55 defense, 40 special attack, 65 special defense, 97 speed. It's only fast, its other stats are stage 1 Pokemon level. Its move pool, nothing good. That's kind of a lie, but it gets Water Gun, it gets Agility, it gets Takedown, it gets Attract, it gets Sweet Kiss, it gets Flail, it gets Safeguard. None of those moves are like good, though. It's the problem for such a weak Pokemon. Its TM pool is also not good. Basically, it's generic water type material. It gets Hail, I guess. Why would you use that though? Tutor-wise, average. Like, most Pokemon don't get really good tutor moves, but yeah, Luvdisc still doesn't get anything good. Egg moves, you give it Splash like it deserves. But more serious though, it also gets Super Sonic, Water Sport, and Mud Sport. So yeah, what do you do with Luvdisc? It has Swift Swim, which is cool, I guess. But many other water types get that ability too, that are much better as well. Yeah, basically what you do with Luvdisc, if you're trying to use it seriously, is annoy the opponent with it, because it gets Attract and it gets Sweet Kiss. So you could try locking your opponent into like a hellish situation where they can't do anything, but the problem is that Luvdisc can't get Thunder Wave, so it's not the perfect Pokemon to do something like that with, is the issue. So yeah. And it even has to use Sweet Kiss, which is not 100% accurate. You might as well use something with Confuse Ray instead. That potentially also gets Thunder Wave, like Lantern, for example. And Attract is terrible. Let's just point that out too. Like, Attract is not even that good, because it only works on... oh yeah, I probably should do something about the paralysis. And Rock Slide. But yeah, let's heal the paralysis, and hopefully he doesn't go for it again. Luckily, I have a lot of cookies. So, back to what we're talking about. So, yeah, Luvdisc, other than the heart scale thing, this Pokemon's worthless and should not exist, in my opinion. Very harsh, but yeah, it's probably one of the worst Pokemon ever. It's not my least favorite Pokemon, because that would probably have to be Wobbuffet, just because I hate fighting it. But Luvdisc is not far apart, so... yeah... definitely my least favorite water type, at least one of my least favorites, because at least the other generic, boring water type Pokemon have at least something interesting to talk about, like Finneon, for example. Like, yeah, that's also a generic water type, that's probably not that good, but at least it has a cool design. Luvdisc doesn't have that. This can't be. Yeah, the Luvdisc roast, as I'm gonna call it today. And yeah, I'm kinda just being a dead horse at this point. Don't use Luvdisc unless you really hate yourself. Or it's Valentine's Day, I guess. Ay ay ay. Okay, let's actually talk about a more interesting Pokemon now. If I can find it. Corsola. You can only find this at the Super Rod. I remember... oh boy. I remember Black and White 2. It was the last Pokemon I needed to see every Pokemon in Universe Dex, sorry. Because, yeah, it's only found in Rippling Water, so yeah, it's quite a rare Pokemon in that game as well. Anyway, talk about Pokemon Emerald, so let's talk about this game. I want to visit Evergrande, so I caught myself Pokemon that knows the move Waterfall to Crystal Falls. Okay. So anyway, Corsola, it gets kind of weird abilities. Hustle and Natural Cure. It's a Water Rock type too, like Relicanth was. So let's go over it. So, Hustle, I wouldn't use it, but Natural Cure maybe has some use, because it is a defensive Pokemon, it learns Recover too, so it could actually get some use out of that move. Move pool wise, it gets interesting moves. Like I said, it gets Recover. It gets Refresh too, but if you have Natural Cure, I don't see the need. Unless you really don't like Searching Hill. It also gets Rock Plus and Ancient Power, so it's not bad on the Rock type move department. Speaking of which, I feel like I might need that Hearthstone, because yeah, Ancient Power isn't doing enough damage, I think. It might also be because of the nature, we're not attack raising nature. I'm crestfallen. So yeah, I'll probably give the Hearthstone at some point. But again, I may not need it because of a move I'll be getting later, we'll see. That I plan to give Armaldo. Anyway, so yeah, interesting moves at level up. Nothing like super good. It gets Miracle as well, which is kind of cool. TM wise, it's a Water type Pokemon that learns Sunny Day for some weird reason. It also gets Hail, it gets Calm Mind, which might be good. It gets Ice Beam, of course, it gets Earthquake randomly, it gets Psychic Air Shovel. This thing has some weird coverage, not gonna lie. Tutor wise, nothing too interesting except for maybe Rock Slide if you have to get it. And then Egg move wise, there's actually a lot of interesting moves. Rock Slide, Screech, Mist, Amnesia, Barrier, Ingrain. That's kind of random. Confuse Ray and Icicle Sphere. So yeah, Corsola has a lot of weird moves, but a lot of interesting moves at the same time. Stat-wise, it kind of falls apart. Like I said, it's a bulky Pokemon, but it kind of has low HP at 55. Its bulk isn't bad, it has 85 defenses, it's very slow at 35 speed, and then it has 55 attack and 65 special attack. A Pokeball is grueling too. Well, I may as well make the best of this. I like a rematch sometime. We get Caitlyn. And over here is two trainers. So yeah, Corsola, cool Pokemon, but I wouldn't use it because yeah, it's not offensive enough, in my opinion, and I feel like it doesn't do enough as a tanky Pokemon either. The Sunlight seems to be more harsh than this area. You're looking awfully tough, I wonder if I can win. Because yeah, Water Rock isn't the best defensive type. It does get Recover at least. Reliable Recovery is nice, but yeah. I feel like its stats do kind of let it down a bit, and the type kind of does too. Making it more of a mediocre choice for a good, making it more of like a mediocre choice for a Water type tank. Even though, yeah, like I said, Reliable Recovery is really nice. It's just that, yeah, if you really want to go through the pain of catching it, Milotic is probably the better Recover Water type. Because it also hits quite hard too, alongside having Recover and being really tanky. And yeah, its type is probably better too. I couldn't see very well because of the sun's glare. Ouch, I guess it was a positive one. Luckily though, things would get much better for Corsola. It gets a Galarian form that turns into a Ghost type Pokemon, which is kind of messed up when you think about it because of Toxapex's Pokedex entries. I want to go heal because my PP is in the best spot, and also I could get that Hearthstone. I think this is also where the in the episode. Actually no, because I want to get to Route 29. That'll be a good place to start the next episode, I think. But yeah, I want to go on my PC if I want to use the if I want to get the Hearthstone. I'll probably keep the quick go around because yeah, like I said, once I get another TM, it might be more worth it. So yeah, let's see. There's the Hearthstone. That'll power up Asian Power, making Orteka a little bit more hardening. And also makes Asian Power a bit more reliable as well. And there we go. Of course, Tekka's gonna struggle a little bit because of all the water types, but you know. But yeah, like I said, of course, it gets Galarian form, which makes a ghost-type Pokemon. I don't remember if it keeps all of its like interesting coverage. I'm guessing no, but it might. And then it got an evolution in what was it called again? Cursor, I think it was. That was a very weird Pokemon. It's like a glass cannon. It's a slow glass cannon that yeah, hits really hard with ghost type moves, but yeah, it probably wants to use Trick Room because of its stat line, if I remember correctly. It also got like an interesting hit ability where I believe if you make contact, you get like a Perish-Song-like effect. That was pretty devious. Yeah, I fought you. So yeah, like I said, really cool evolution. I think one of my friends used it too, and they said it was pretty cool as well. I didn't because I was playing Sword. Sword has the Farfetch, the new Farfetch form, and also a new evolution Surfetch, so I didn't get to use it. But, like I said, pretty cool Pokemon, like I said. Wouldn't mind seeing it in future games, maybe I can use it then. But yeah, I do believe I'm getting close to Route 129, and like I said, that's a good point to end the episode. So yeah, if you want these Pokemon, I do recommend Route 120. It's the earliest route where you can find these Pokemon, so then it's probably going to be the easiest. I believe they can also find Evergrande as well, the very short Evergrande, because yeah, like I said, we got kind of blocked off by the Stormwater trains. Evergrande City is still a long ways to go. As you see there, we got blocked up by a waterfall, and we need the 8th gym badge if we're able to use it. So I'm going to start you. So yeah, episode's going on a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's okay. This has been one weird episode, alright? So I'm going to take out the Staryu, and there we go. My first strategy seems to be far away too. I know I'm not good at that, but I think I can win eventually. Please see him plugging enough. And we get the Tri-Fleet, awesome. Earthy evolves this Staryu into Starmie. Let's keep using repels. I believe I've already been here. Yeah. But yeah, you need a topless gym badge. So yeah, you can't be sneaky and get a Goldeen that has Waterfall to skip getting that. That's why that's a thing. You need certain gym badges to use HMs. Exactly for situations like that. But anyway, looks like we found it. Route 129. This is an interesting route. It's very short, but there's one very cool thing about it, which I'll talk about next time. It may also encourage you to maybe switch off your repels. So anyway, like I said, next time we're going to continue exploring the waters, maybe go over more topics as well while I do that. And yeah, Route 129 next, so I'll see you guys again for that.